Guys, this Glass Morphism effects looks premium, but it's actually super easy to make. Let me show you how you can recreate this in After Effects in less than 5 minutes. Alright, so let's jump into After Effects and create a new composition and change its color to white. Mine is already white, so I'll just click on OK. So the first thing which we will create is a background glow. So I'll go to this rectangle tool and I'll click on it and I'll choose this ellipse tool and I'll create a circle here. Now guys, go to its fill and choose this radial gradient. Now guys, to change the color of this fill, go to this color option and then at this point I'll choose something around purple. And guys, on this opacity stop, make sure your opacity is 0. And on this color stop, choose white color. So now guys, your radial fill is applied and you can play with it. Now guys, this glow layer is completed, so I'll rename it to glow. Alright guys, so now I'll be creating a glass base, which is basically a shape layer. So I'll go to this rectangle tool again and I'll choose this rounded rectangle tool. So for now this fill is set to gradient, but we need a solid color. So I'll click on this fill options and then I'll choose a solid color, which is black. And I forgot to rename this to glass base, so I'll rename it. And if you expand this rectangle and then this rectangle path, you can choose the roundness of your rectangle. So I'll make it a little more round like this. Alright, so glass base is now complete and now I will duplicate this layer and let's rename it to main displacement. Now right click on this displacement layer and go to layer styles and click on this inner glow. And now expand these inner glow settings, and here we need to do 2 to 3 changes. First, change the color of this to white, make its opacity to around 45 and make its size to around 50 or 60. Now guys, on this displacement layer I'll add an effect which is called CC light sweep. And now in the settings of this light sweep, change its width to around 200. Make the sweep intensity to 0. Increase this edge intensity to 100 and make the edge thickness to 5. Now guys, you can see this has given us a beautiful edge on this shape. Now guys, we need another edge on this part of this layer, so I'll duplicate this light sweep and I'll change its angle to around somewhere 150. Alright, so now we have 2 edges. Now guys, to make these edges a little more softer, I'll add another effect which is called fast box blur and change its blur radius to around 3. Now guys, these edges are a little more soft. After adding this fast box blur effect, make a duplicate of this displacement again and rename it to just displacement. Now we need to make this adjustment layer, so I'll go to this toggle switches mode and then I'll click on this to make it adjustment layer. Now guys, delete all these effects except this blur and change its radius to around 40. Now guys, expand this displacement layer and then go to this layer styles and then go to this inner glow and change its size to around 250. Now guys, I will add a transform effect to this displacement layer, so I'll go to my effects and I'll search for transform. Double click on this effect to apply directly to the layer, and now in this transform I'll change its scale to around 110. And now guys, to see what exactly we are doing, I'll turn off these both layers. So the final effect which I'll be applying to this layer is called displacement map. And in the settings of this displacement map, change this to this main displacement and then this source to effects and mask, and change this red to luminance and also this green to luminance. Now change the values of this horizontal displacement to around 350. So guys, this glass morphism effect is almost complete, but we still need to give it a final few touches. First, let's make this glow a little soft, so I'll go to effects and I'll search for fast box blur. Let's change its radius to around 50. And I will also add a glow effect to it. I'll decrease the intensity by few points and I'll increase its radius a little. Let's increase the blur radius a little to make this effect a little more subtle. Now guys, to refine this effect a little more, I'll make a duplicate of this displacement layer and I will delete all the effects on this layer and now turn off this adjustment layer. Firstly, let's rename it to edge. And now turn off this adjustment layer option Now guys, to give this shape a edge, I'll go to this fill and I'll choose none. And I will change this stroke color to white and make it around 2 pixels. Now change the blending mode of this edge to add again. Now guys, this is the effect which we have made so far. To balance the colors of this composition, I'll make a duplicate of this glow and I will change its fill to something around blue. So guys, to animate this shape, go to this glass base and first change its color to something different. And now expand this layer and then go to this rectangle path. Let me expand this a little so you can see clearly. Now guys, we need to link the properties of these 3 layers to the properties of this rectangle path. So I'll first expand this and then content and then rectangle path, and I will link size to size, position to position, and roundness to roundness. I'll repeat this process with this again. Alright guys, so now if you change the size of this glass base, it will change the size of all these 3 layers because they are all linked. Now guys, to create some animation, I'll uncheck this and I will decrease its value to around 0, and I will put a keyframe at this point, and after a few frames I'll make it to around 300. So guys, this is how our animation is going to look like. You can add any background behind this glass. Alright, so this was all about this glass morphism effect. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in the next video.